Jumba la kibiashara la Greenhouse mkabala na barabara ya Ngong hapa jijini Nairobi. Utampata bwana huyu ambaye sio mgeni kwa Wakenya wengi na hususan wamiliki wa magari ambao mara kwa mara huegesha magari yao wanapoingia ndani ya jumba hili kwa shughuli zao za siku. Ni jamaa ambaye licha ya kuwa ni mlemavu, ni Mkenya mchapakazi na ambaye pia anaelewa fika kuwa ulemavu sio kutoweza. Iwe ni msimu wa jua kali au hata mvua ya gharika, utampata huyu bwana akiwasaidia wenye magari kuegesha magari yao kwa njia sawa na hata kuzilinda, kisha baadaye kuomba kiasi kidogo cha hela kama njia moja ya kujipatia riziki. Kwa wengi wasiomfahamu watamwona kama omba, lakini wasichokijua ni kuwa Christopher Maweyu maarufu kama Chris ni msomi aliyewahi kuhudhuria shule ya upili ya Leza Hill kabla ya kuendeleza masomo yake katika kituo cha mafunzo upishi cha Park Place Hotel hapa jijini Nairobi na kuhitimu na cheti cha uzalishaji wa chakula. Jamaa huyu mwenye sura na sauti ya upole, mcheshi na anayependa kutangamana na watu, ni mwepesi wa kuzungumza Kifaransa, Kiingereza na Kiswahili kwa mtiririko wa aina yake. Baada ya kutangamana naye katika pitapita zangu, niliamua kulivalia njuga simulizi ya safari ya maisha yake tangu alipokuwa mzima wa afya, mume nyumbani na pia mzazi wa watoto wawili kabla ya wingu nyeusi kumshukia baada ya kupata ajali mbaya barabarani katika barabara kuu ya Thika hapa jijini Nairobi. Karibu, hili ni Jukwaa la Hustler. Hi guys, ni saa 3 na dakika 14, 9:14 early in the morning, and we are here at Christopher's residence right here in Nairobi. I don't want to disclose the area, but hapa ndio Christopher anaishi. Hebu onyeshe hiyo view. Yeah, so hapo ndio kuna Christopher. So I want you guys to come and join me. Hawajui kama tunakuja, so tuenda tuabishie. We have to make this story. So come join me. Let's do this for Christopher. Thank you so much. I hope Christopher from work. Hi, Mom. How are you? Mzima. Yeah, karibu sana. How are you, Chris?
Hello.
You're well?
Oh, thank you. I'm well.
Najua
It's good to see you.
Yeah.
I was just about to take breakfast. I hope I'm
For real?
Yeah.
Asante sana.
I hope I'm not delaying you.
No, you won't delay me in any way.
Karibu bwana.
Pole sikuambia kama ninakuja.
Unajua bado mimi sina simu na sina communication, lakini nilikuwa najua tu utakao.
Lazima ningekuja bro. How have you been?
Me just surviving too.
Tamsaidia.
Sawa. Nilikuwa bado tu na hustle tu. Nilikuwa najitayarisha niende pale hivyo kuonyesha mwalimu wana
Pale unafanyia job.
Mwalimu hustle, yani mimi.
So start kuchelewesha bro.
Mimi yangu ni 24/7.
24/7.
Hata mpaka usiku.
You're still working.
Bado na enjoy.
That's a good guess, bro.
Because the place is 24/7.
24/7.
Wafungangi huko.
So haunanga time.
Mimi sinanga time.
When you pick a good job.
Bora tu nionekane, nichunge ndaya ya mse. That's it.
Bora hustle.
Bora waniona niko hapo. Wanani trust.
So tulikuwa tumeongea kwa phone nikakwambia kuja tufanye this interview.
Okay.
And that's why I'm here right now.
All right.
I want us to hear your story.
Okay.
But before anything else, nataka kwanza ukunywe chai vizuri. Then
nasikia ubao, acha kunywa chai. Lakini nimekunywa kula mandazi moja pale hivyo. Lakini chai ndio.
Unafaa kule simo mse. Unafaa kule simo ugali. You guys even have coins here.
Yeah,
You can see these coins.
Yeah, I coin collect sometimes.
You see the coins,
Especially people who actually don't use these bobs. These are my bobs, shillings. Siku hizi hazitumiwangu. They're not used so much, so people just give them away if possible.
Na hizi ni maji ya kunywa ama nini?
Hii ni maji ya kunywa. Hizi chupa mimi wanazinunua kati hizi.
Oh, unazitumia ku lift.
Nazinunua kati dumbbell. At least nipate kitu, at least naweza pata energy ya kutoa hii nini.
Okay. So after a long day, uko pale greenhouse, this is where you finally come to rest.
Yeah, this is where I rest. This is where I rest. That's my bathroom.
Okay. You work for how long? How many hours?
It depends on how much somebody has given me, or how long I have to wait for the person to come out from greenhouse. So that if it's a whole day, if it's 2 hours, if he's gone shopping to the supermarket, there's the neighbors there. So it depends on how long somebody has just come.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know if Kanjo is a good person that time, then I can skizana with him.
So what unamka saa ngapi? At what time do you wake up?
Sana inategemea na how long I want to go into toilet, coming to remove my shakes, because I really need something to take to drink, or not unless I've come with something to drink from greenhouse that night and I didn't finish. So I just come and sleep with it here, and then I wake up and I find out if I can take a shower or if I can just take a drink before I go in.
So, and do you attend your office on a daily basis, Monday to Monday?
Yeah. Monday to Monday. That's correct.
Okay.
So it's a whole week.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have a specific day I can say I want to go there.
Chris, naona pia uko na kitabu ya prayers hapa, yeah? Prayers for the plain man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a prayerful guy.
I am. My dad was a pastor, and my mom is very close with God as
well.
Oh,
your dad was a pastor?
Yeah.
Nice.
Stroke, he used to work with World Vision.
Okay.
And Amref. So he's done. I got my card, my disability card as well. So
ni wewe ukiwa kijana mdogo?
Hata si kidogo. It's just because I've not shaved right now.
Wow.
Yeah, but this is how I look.
Nice.
Yes. And probably before my accident, my second accident, because this is my first one.
Will you drive for how long before upate accident? Like your driving experience?
I think about 2 to 3 years.
2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
So bro, today's your day, and I want to spend the rest of my day with you today.
Okay.
So I want us after here, twende tukatembee mahali.
Poa.
Twende tutembee mimi na wewe, pamoja na my camera guy pale.
Okay.
Sure. Alafu I chit chat here and there, then we will come back for the actual interview.
Okay.
Sindio? Kwa simu liniambia you're in the process of reforming.
Yeah, in fact I've already gotten the phone, but mom hasn't given it to me yet.
So guys, maybe to put it clear, jamaa amekuwa akipitia a lot na alcohol, and aliopen up akaniambia, Martin, I'm in the process of reforming. I want to become a man of substance, for lack of words.
That's true.
Yeah, so nataka twende mahali tutulie kidogo. Hata kama ni kinyozi twende tu shave tuonekane vizuri. As a gesture of you reforming, sindio? So sasa ndo tukikuja ile the actual interview, tuko tunaongea na jamaa ambaye kidogo anaonekana ana tofauti fulani na ndiye alikuwa siku za nyuma. Sindio? Are you ready?
Kabisa.
So ambia guys wakuja watu join twende pamoja.
Nitashukuru.
Yeah.
Nitashukuru, karibuni mazee.
Yeah.
My son here, Christopher, is a second born.
Okay.
He started having drinking when he was 16 years old, and it has been a challenge. The father passed on 1995, and after passing, he really went very deep into drinking. One time he got married at 22 years old, and he got 2 children. They were living in Thika, and they had a very good, prosperous business as a family with in-laws in Thika. And at one time he was driving from his business chores, and he hit a pothole. He hit a pothole on Thika Road. He was going to Thika town, and the car rolled. The second rolling, it threw him out of the car, injuring his back. Now, when we took him to the hospital, he has some metal on the back, and he was put on wheelchair, which I said, not my son, not my children, not any of my children to be on a wheelchair. So I removed him from the wheelchair, trained him on walking without the wheelchair. I made bars outside the house, and he was able to catch up, at least to balance his head on crutches. Now he uses crutches. Now the drinking has taken him very far, that whenever he has any money from whatever source, it is to drinking. He started a business of, with this challenge, started a business of parking cars at a greenhouse. And since that time, it has not been very easy. One time he decided just to continue until a bit late in the night. And somebody came, took the shoes, and took the crutches. So he spent the night there, outside greenhouse. And I was called by a friend the following day. I was called by a friend. I went. I did not want to go during the day because it would cause a scene. So I decided to let him stay there. And I came in the evening, around 6:30 there. Okay. It was dimming. So I looked at him. He had not bathed. He was smelling. They did not want to touch him. I persuaded one of the taxi men to use his car. Okay. So he came, picked something to wrap him so that he doesn't mess up the car. And he was very kind to bring him home. Nice. Yes. So when he brought him home, I took over as a mother. This one was a mother and a child. Okay.
Let me ask you one thing, Mom. The moment you went there and you saw your son down there lying helplessly, what was running in your mind that very moment?
Because it is a journey that I have walked with for some while, since he was 16 years, with this alcohol, and I can see him going down and down and down. I said, I have to take over. Okay. Whether he is drinking or not, this time I'm taking over. So I decided to bring him here in the house, in his cubicle, that is the servant quarter of the house. And he told me to lock the house. Nobody accesses. Okay. So when I locked, it stayed like that. Sometimes I would ask him, can I open for anybody? He said no.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you one thing, Mom. Growing up, what kind of a kid was Christopher?
He was very active, just an active young toddler, growing up. Yeah. He went to school up to Form 4. He finished. He trained. Yes, he was very good. All my children are cooks, very good. I trained them cooking, managing their lives. So we got a college for him. At Actually, he's the one who looked for it.
Okay.
Yes, and came and told us, I want to go and do cooking.
Okay.
Yes, and he finished. He became a chef. He has worked in 5-star hotels. Yes, so.
Okay. And do you get any assistance from anyone, maybe family members or friends?
I have the 3 children, as I've told you.
Okay.
They're adults now. One is married out of Kenya. The other one is an adult also, the last born who follows, Christopher. But she stays in her own place. And of course they do. They support, they pay electricity, they pay water. Yes.
Nice. That's beautiful.
They buy food. Yes, when we don't have anything, I connect with them and they respond.
Okay. I believe there are many parents out there who are facing this kind of life right now. They want to face it right now.
Yes.
What message do you have to parents out there who feel like they're so tired of life, they can't support their kids anymore? I believe we have this kind of stories.
I know. To begin a story like this is very tedious, because you look at your son, you brought him up, educated, he's a professional, and then he dips into funny behavior. It is very hurting. It disheartens.
Mom, I want you to open up and tell Christopher something you've never told him in his whole life, like a mother.
If you can allow me to tell these people out there, don't let your children remain alone, whatever they are, whatever character. Be part and parcel of that life as a mother. Because when you leave them, that's the end of that child. But if you are careful, praying for that child, talking politely, not quarrel, and understanding the situation, you are drawing that child back to life. So I'm encouraging everyone out there, a parent, please let us not leave our children out there who are hurting. We hurt with them and bring them home.
Nice, that's beautiful, Mom. Thank you. Last statement to Christopher. Something you've never told Christopher.
Christopher, I think he knows so much about me.
Yeah.
He does. And what I would tell him that is that he's my son, and I love him, and I love his family. Grace, that is his wife, Grace.
Mm-hmm.
He has a daughter, Lydia, and he has a son, Jimmy. We pray for them every day, morning and evening with Christopher.
Okay.
And Christopher has converted into Christianity. He has left drinking. He says he has wasted a lot of time and he's not going back again.
Nice.
And I really thank God for such a response. It is because I have walked with him and God has helped us. This far, it is God and God alone. And so I love you, Christopher. Let's continue to walk together and God will be our guide.
I love you too, Mom.
Thank you. God bless you.
Nice.
God bless you. Thank you.
Asante sana. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Nice.
Thank you, Martin.
That was
Chris, you told me you had some vehicles.
Yes.
You had a beautiful home and a family as well.
Yes.
Kindly enlighten us and also the audience more about your life as a family man.
Well, I met my wife in Park Place in college, where I was doing food production.
Which year?
When I was doing my first year, she was doing hers. When I was finishing my second year, she was doing her first year. And
Which
that's
year was
where-
that?
95.
1995.
95,
Okay, keep on.
96. And that's where we met, and we naturally just got in love, and it was love that took us all the way till a full church wedding, and we married in Thika town, and that's where I met her family as well, and I was blessed with a very good business, a wholesale. I used to sell a lot of things, and it used to give me a good salary, a good income, and right now I could say I left that with my wife after my accident, because my accident is what kind of drew me a bit far from my family. Yes, and I have 2 kids, a daughter and a son from her. So I married her with a son. I found her with a son, and I got her with a daughter from her, from my blood, from my side of blood, my blood life.
So you have 2 biological kids.
I have one biological
kid
and one from her.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you guys still talk?
We kind of stopped a bit on communication because life became a bit expensive.
Okay.
And it wasn't really easy for me to keep going to Thika and her to keep coming to Nairobi. It became the food prices climbed, and so it wasn't easy for me to keep communicating with her. And I would really like to get an income, at least I can support her to get my kids out of school.
Okay.
And her going easy in life.
Let me ask you one thing, Chris.
Yeah.
I understand you're where you are right now because of the accident you had.
Yes, I'm in Nairobi.
So please narrate to us how life was before that accident. Like you and your kids, you and your family, your happy moments. We want to see, like, picture that whole scenario in us.
Well, like any other family man, I had a good life, and I could afford everything. At least a good weekend, if it's a weekend with my family out, I would go out with my wife and my family, take them to different places, and I would have a good life, a better life, and at least I could afford good school fees where to educate my kids wasn't so difficult.
Okay.
And so well, life now for me, I'm sure it's become a bit hard. It's turned a bit difficult.
Let me ask you, how old is your kid, your first baby?
My first one is about 21.
Right now?
Yeah, right now. And my second is about 18, probably 19.
That makes you a proud daddy.
Yeah. I'm a father.
When was the last time you saw your kids?
I can't really remember. I can count about a couple of years, 2 to 3 years.
2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
And
I'm still aware.
And when was the last time you heard their voice?
Their voice.
Yes.
That same time.
That same time.
Yeah.
So you guys don't communicate
We
through
don't
microphone?
communicate, no.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd really, in fact, like somebody to support me to get to myself back to Thika,
Yeah.
where I can at least become communication would be easier with me.
Chris, before we go to the accident, yeah, I saw you had a license, a driving license.
Yes, I have a driving license.
It means you had a car, yeah?
Yeah, I have a car. I had my own pickup
Oh, nice.
that I used to transport things back and forth
Okay.
in Thika town
Okay.
and in Nairobi, and a few house business shops around. Was not hard for me to transport the things I used to deliver here and there in different shops.
Nice.
Yeah, and that was my first accident in
So
Thika town.
now that brings me to our next question. Yeah. You told me you had 2 accidents
Yes.
that changed your life completely. Please shed more light on what happened during and after the accident.
Before the first one, life used to be okay. It used to be easy, in other words, and smooth, because at least I could dash here and there and get whatever my family needs easily. I would come and visit my family here in Nairobi as well, easily. Transportation with things was smooth, but now, after this first accident, things turned a bit hard for me, because this time I had to be I rolled with my pickup on Thika Road, and it threw me out of the vehicle and broke my back on the T6 level on my spine, and so it paralyzed me and put me on a wheelchair for almost about 10 years, and life was hard. Things were not the same anymore, because people used to avoid me, not take me like the way a normal person would be handled.
So after the accident, did your friends still remain in your life?
No.
They walked away.
Yeah, they walked away. People walked away from me. Yeah, people didn't take me the same, and it depressed me a lot.
Yeah.
Because the people that I probably needed the most avoided me, and I really didn't understand how human beings would become so different.
So did that teach you something in life?
Yeah, things taught me not to trust people, and not to have a close relationship with somebody that you expect to have you bring the most in you or from you. And I learned a lot from human beings, and I've learned a lot from the approach that people right now take me, especially here, even in Greenhouse. I can tell a good person and a bad person just by parking their car and how they handle me. Yes.
So life was so tough after the accident.
It was hard. It was very tough. It was tough. It was tough, especially for my mom. When she expects you to be bringing a lot more from her, from yourself, she's delivering more. And so, a paraplegic is a disabled person, so to get somebody to support you, it's probably just family.
So you want to mean when everyone else walked out of your life, your mom remained in your life?
My mom remained in my life. Yeah, she held on to me. Yes.
Nice. Nice. Chris, you're physically handicapped.
That's
and
correct.
please tell us how do you balance this with your daily hustle at the Greenhouse Mall parking area? I mean, especially under that scorching sun and heavy rain sometimes.
To be honest, because before this accident, I used to drink occasionally, just once a while. But after the accident, it drew me very deep into alcoholism. And every little money that I used to get, I used to go and drink it. And I used to make sure I get home drunk because I wouldn't sleep, I wouldn't get enough ability to sleep, or usingizi, if that's what you can.
So you want to mean you're physically challenged,
Yes.
and whatever small you have from greenhouse parking area, you use that cash on alcohol.
Correct. Yeah.
How? What? Why?
Because there's no one who's looking forward to be with you in life. The food that you expect to put on the table, nobody is putting it on, so you have to put it on your own. So you find yourself doing that, basically handling yourself on your own. And so
at the greenhouse mall, in a good day when you go to hustle down there, how much do you make in a good day?
in a good day, sometimes I'll probably get about 3,000 to 4,000.
3,000 to 4,000.
4,000, yeah. A good day. A bad day, probably about 2,115.
And you will spend all that cash on alcohol.
Yeah, I'll go and drink it.
What about your mom
Food
at home?
and no, I wouldn't even remember them. I would go and just drink it.
Because that's good money
Yeah,
on a daily basis.
on somebody else's type of life. But for me, I would go and drink it. Eat food, if it's lunch, or maybe a takeaway, and just drink it.
But as we were talking today early in the morning when I came here, you told me that you're on your way to reform yourself. In the process of reforming yourself,
Yeah.
you had to quit alcohol.
Mhm.
How true is that? And how's the process so far?
It's gone. I should say, just because I'm religious, I'm very close to Jesus, and my mom as well. Forces me, or is it forcing, or just leads me to a life that I should consider myself close to God. And that's the only way you'll find a way out of, if it's any type of really addiction. Take it out of your life. And it's been successful, Martin. For me right now, I don't drink. I stopped drinking. I'm just trying to look for how I can get a good income that I can support my mom and probably support my kids.
Nice.
Try and get them back to good schools and become a father again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm.
So, you see, Chris, one would expect you to live in a shanty home somewhere in the city. I mean, the moment we were coming in, I had to hoot at the gate and also be frisked with the security officers.
Okay.
Some security details recorded as well. I mean, are you the legal tenant of this beautiful space here?
No, I'm not. This is my big sister's house, and her husband is the one who bought her this house. So she's lucky to be given this house as a family, our family house, and that's how I'm lucky to be. Should I say, medically growing up here.
And where's your sister right now?
She's in Italy. My big sister is in Italy with her family and her husband, and they live there comfortably. My kid sister is somewhere here in Nairobi. I'm not so sure where she is, but I would love to, I'm sure, support her in whatever she's doing, because Nairobi has become a bit tricky. It's become a bit tricky to live in, and so I'm sure she needs some help somewhere. Yeah.
Do you talk to your sister often?
My kid sister?
Yeah.
Once a while, yeah. But we've stayed a couple of months now without communicating. I think it's because of where she lives and how she has to get to job and back to where she is, and probably the type of people that she stays with. So I'd like to know more about her type of life.
How many siblings?
Her,
You.
me,
Yeah.
I've got two.
Okay.
Siblings, kid, or my sisters, or
Your sisters, brothers,
no, I've got two sisters only. I'm the only boy.
the only guy.
Yes, I am.
And are your sisters happy that you're hustling down there?
No,
greenhouse?
they're not.
What's their take about that?
They've said that they've pushed their type of life really down, because most of the people there, they hustle like any other street boy. So I'm not that class to them.
So they were not that proud of you and
They're
doing
not
that
that-
kind of hustle.
Yeah, they were not that proud.
Are you ready to make them proud again?
I want to make them proud
Yeah.
so much, and I would really want to change somebody else's life if they used to live the way I used to live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris, what motivates you in life?
What motivates me is just helping somebody else who's passed through the same type of life, and probably giving them hope that they can change their parents, and they can make them probably proud of their friends and their siblings as well.
So, Chris,
Yeah.
I know your kids and wife, they are all watching you right now.
Okay.
And I want you to look direct in this camera and talk to them. Tell them something.
I would like you, hi guys, I'd like you really to understand that it's not my wish to be in this state of life, and I'm your father, and I'll always be very close to you, however much you're passing through. One thing I want you to do or to know is not to ever come close to alcohol. Alcohol is just a liar, and any other type of drug is just a liar. It will push you, and every hobbies that you wanted, motivations that you wanted in life, it will just take them away, and so you should not think of that life. Don't think of anything to do with drug dealing or alcohols.
Do you love them?
I still love them, and I want to do my best to try and help them and give them anything that they can have in life right now.
I know it's
probably
been
that they don't have. Yeah. I'd like you to forgive me if there's anything that hurts you because of the way that I have acted in life. I would like you to see me a very different person and to forgive me in life. I'm very sorry, and please forgive me. That's all I'd really like you to, and take me a different person right now. Thank you. Thank you.
Nice. So, Christopher, if you were given a chance to meet and talk to the chief hustler, who also happens to be our president, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, what should you tell him?
I'll tell him to help me get people who are especially addicted to alcohol out of the streets, because they are really hooked onto this thing, and it's like a devil, it's a demon, and it's something that really needs a lot of help, apart just from where is this from what is this thing called, Nini? Where you go to rehab. Apart from rehab, I'm sure there are very many other stronger bases that are stronger in helping situations, in people who are hooked up with who are hooked up in anything addictive.
Okay.
Yeah, anything addictive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your last message of hope to the person watching and listening to your story.
Don't leave your family alone. Your family is the one that probably needs you the most, and it's not really easy for them to let you know that, but they need you more than you think right now, and it's very important not to leave them alone.
Okay. And do you have maybe any favorite song, Chris?
Right now,
Yeah, if you have any favorite song you can sing to us, like enlighten our minutes here.
I don't have especially right now that I came back to religion. You'll give me time to think about that.
There was a song you were singing to us.
Until it's a reggae song.
It's a reggae song.
Yeah. Until you find ourselves in news now. Until all love for each other, we'll give ourselves from there, yeah. Until the Middle East, it starts from there. I think that's a bit
Nice.
You can probably get the rest from
Yeah. So thank you so much for having us in your home today. We really appreciate your time.
Okay.
I thank God for you, and I pray that everything will be fine with you and your mom. Your mom has been so supportive.
Yeah.
And we pray that she keeps on with that same spirit.
Yeah, she's
Thank
a
you
very
so much for
supportive
this.
person.
Asante sana.
Thank you guys as well. Thank you for coming. And I really needed you. You've given me a lot of support. I had really kind of lost a lot of
Hope.
motivation and hope in life, and you pushed me back into this really good
And actually, right now you look so neat after the shave.
yeah. I went and you, Martin, you took me to your favorite kinyozi.
Yeah.
I'm looking a very different person right now.
Nice.
I hope that the person seeing me
Yeah.
is going to like me.
You look neat, bro. That's
Thank
a
you.
very beautiful cut.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Asante
I
sana.
accept that as well.
Thank you so much, Chris.
You too.
God bless you.
God bless you too.